Lately, I've been confused, not in a dramatic way, not in a crisis way, more like everything I've been holding is starting to overlap. Ideas, memories, people. And instead of separating into clarity, they are integrating, which somehow feels more confusing. But there's something unexpected underneath it, warmth. I've been thinking a lot about friends, not the kind who live nearby, not the kind you can casually meet for coffee. International friends, people I met along the way, people who shaped me, and then life scattered across borders and time zones. When I think of them now, the feeling isn't ache, it's warmth, like a group hug that still exists even when no one's in the room. And that realization stopped because we're taught that distance weakens bonds. That if people aren't present, something must be missing. But what if that's not true? What if some connections don't dissolve, they internalize? They stop being external relationships and become part of how you move through the world. Your posture, your values, your sense of loyalty. I've been playing Middle Earth Shadow of War a lot, and there's something about it that keeps me pulled in, even though I disagree with one of its core ideas. The Nemesis system treats soldiers like pawns, replaceable, disposable, mechanical, and every time I see that, something in me resists because that's not how I see people. I don't see allies as tools, I see them as comrades, people who witness the same struggle, people who walked part of the road with you, even if that road diverged. That contrast made something clear to me. What I'm actually attached to isn't control, it's not power, it's not even mastery, it's shared emotion. The feeling of moving through difficulty together and carrying that togetherness forward, even when paths split. This matters because lately I've also been sitting with absence, with someone I miss, with conversations that didn't finish, with resonance that hasn't settled yet. And it would be easy to frame that as loss, but sitting beside the warmth of my friends, I realize something. Different connections age differently. Some stabilize into quiet support, some stay unresolved, still alive, still tender. Both are real, neither invalidates the other. Here's the thing we don't say enough: you don't stop being shaped by people just because they're out of reach. Their influence doesn't vanish, it becomes ambient. It shows up in how you treat others, in what you refuse to compromise, in how you define loyalty when no one's watching. So if you're feeling confused lately, not lost, but uncentered, ask yourself this instead of what's wrong with me? stand. Let me say that again. Ask yourself, instead of what's wrong with me, who helped shape the way I stand? If the answer comes with warmth, not pain, that's not weakness, that's evidence. Evidence that you were held well enough to keep walking on your own. Some truths don't arrive as clarity, they arrive as comfort, as a quiet assurance that even when people are gone, something of them stays, not as memory alone, but as conduct. And if you feel that warmth right now, let it be. You don't need to turn it into meaning. You don't need to justify it. Sometimes the most grounded thing you can say is, I wasn't alone when it mattered. And that's enough to keep going.